It's Wellness Wednesdays with Dr. Nancy, providing helpful tips on how to live your best life now.
Well, hello everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday. It's Dr. Nancy coming to you live here in Scottsdale, Arizona. And our sponsors are Natural Grocers here in Scottsdale Road in Thunderbird. So our partners here, I just want to say thank you to the manager here, Kaylin, and the nutritional health coach, Kelvin. And we have a live audience today. We're live streaming. And just remember that if you're not able to make it down or watch us live, you can pick out your smartphone and type in 26786 as a telephone number, like 26786. Enter, and then put in keyword DRNANCY, and you will get privy to all of the Wellness Wednesdays on demand, and you can binge watch them at will. So today's episode, it's cooking with Dr. Nancy and Company. So I'm really pleased to tell you all that I've always wanted to learn how to cook and do some simple recipes, and today we are going to start out very simply, and it's with my recipe called Perfect Popcorn. It's all plant-based, and the show is about perfecting your culinary skills in easy do-it-yourself recipes. Okay, now I'd like to let you know that once this recording has ended, now we're live streaming on LinkedIn, Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine YouTube channel, as well as Facebook right now. And once the recording is ended, you can go to Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine YouTube channel to click on the descriptions to get all the links to all the products. It's only 4 ingredients, everyone, for the perfect popcorn. Okay, so I've got the pot warming up because we're actually going to do this live demonstration while we're talking about educating individuals on the ingredients that I use and why I use them and why they're so helpful to you. Okay, so we initially start out with olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and we do about 3/4 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. And why is extra virgin olive oil so important? Let's talk about why vegetable oils, seed oils, are not very healthy for you. They're not very healthy for you because they contain seed oils. That is canola, sunflower, and other types of canola oil. Not so good for you at all, right? And they have omega-3s, which is very, very good for you, and omega-6s, which is very good for you too. Nature's Grocers talks about in their latest article referring to vegetable oils. Are they jeopardizing your health? And in the article, they talk about the importance of omega-3 and omega-6 and how they're both good for you, but in our diet, the ratio has to be important. And the article states that the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 is 20-1 in this country. And why is that so important? Because omega-3, omega-6, when it's so much more in that imbalanced ratio, it affects your endothelial cells, your cell membrane. It is pro-inflammatory. It increases free radicals and oxidative stresses. And so it causes plaque formation in your arteries. So it's not great to have that off balance of a ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. And the research goes on to say that healthier ratios are more like 4-1. Why? Because now you're not setting yourself up for a disease state, such as cancer, autoimmune disorders, or early diabetes. So omega-3, they do recommend it, and so do I, as Dr. Nancy, doctor of nursing practice, with 2 locations here in Scottsdale, Arizona, Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine. I do recommend that because of the way our diet is in society and the off balance of the ratio of having too much omega-6s to omega-3, It's recommended that you supplement with an omega-3 as well. But then also, when you know better, you do better. So, extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil or avocado oils are loaded with your omega-3s, and they make them so much more heart healthy. Okay, so our pan was getting warm, and I have put in all of the extra virgin olive oil, and we talked about vegetable oils that are seed oils and they're not so good for you. And remember a description of where you can get these products right here at Natural Grocers, and they're a national brand. So popcorn, non-GMO. So we recommend 1.5 cups, and we put the extra virgin olive oil in the pan along with the Himalayan salt. Okay, so we mix that up and we get that popping. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit. Put it on medium hot. I like to pop my popcorn the old-fashioned way. So let's talk about, while this is popping, why Himalayan salt is so important and so healthy for you. Did you know that it has over 80 minerals, trace minerals, and elements? Well, it does. It includes potassium, calcium as well. And did you know that Himalayan salt you can use as a soaking product to help decrease bloating, to help increase your circulation? Himalayan salt. Well, what's the difference? Why can't I buy, or shouldn't I buy, iodized table salt? Well, let me tell you that it's sodium chloride, and the way that salt is mass produced now, it has microplastics in it. And again, as I've said, when we know better, we do better. And these microplastics can get gunk up your circulation and cause problems. And then someone might say, well, what about iodine? Don't we need iodine in our diet? Well, yes and no. It just depends. If there's a history of thyroid disease, there's other ways that you can get your iodine, and that's through wild caught fish, that kind of thing, right? But Himalayan salt, Celtic salt, sea salt, those are all really great for you. Now, the other product that I added, the other ingredient, so we've got non-GMO popcorn kernels. Again, the link is in the description of the YouTube video on Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine once this live stream is concluded. Why non-GMO corn kernels? Well, I think everybody knows that farming, pesticides, additives, all of these things can add to, and research says, cancer-forming diseases. So when you can buy natural, when you can buy local farmer market produce, corn, that kind of thing, that's highly recommended. So we've got the Himalayan salt and why it's so healthy for you. We've talked about the extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil. All of those oils are so healthy for you. And then we talked about why vegetable oil isn't so great for you. It's because of the imbalance of omega-3 and omega-6. Let's see how our popcorn's doing. Oh, I think we're done. Okay, perfect. Now, when we talk about the perfect popcorn and why, all right, the secret ingredient is, and I left that out because I save it to the end, the convenience of putting the oil and the non-GMO corn kernels in, along with the Himalayan salt finely grated, is the key there too. Then you don't have to worry about having to add extra salt to your popcorn when it's all done. Now, the fourth ingredient is yeast. It is nutritional yeast flakes. And so why would I use nutritional yeast flakes? Well, stay tuned for more episodes Cooking with Dr. Nancy and Company, because nutritional yeast flakes are, it's like a hidden little treasure. It makes your food taste cheesy. It is loaded with your B complexes, so riboflavin, niacin, thymine, B12, all of your B complexes that help control your carbohydrates that break down to simple sugars. So in other words, it really helps balance out your glucose. And what more, it's so easy to add to your dishes where, you can get some extra vitamins. It's also got some potassium in it, a little bit of calcium too. So it's multi-purpose. It boosts your energy as well. Taking a look at some of my notes, see where there's anything else that I'd like to add with regard to this episode and the 4 ingredients. Did you know that nutritional yeast also boosts your immune system? So I'm waiting for the pot to cool down, and I think we're all done with the popping. And look at this. We have popcorn, y'all, and we have it the old-fashioned way. So what I would do is I take out some of your popcorn, and I like my popcorn nice and hot. I don't know about you. Natural products and locally grown fruits and vegetables. And there is no rhyme or reason as to how much or how little you use with the nutritional yeast flakes. It just depends on how cheesy you want your popcorn to be. So we'll sprinkle a little bit of that on. We'll taste it. It's my absolute favorite. It's absolutely wonderful to create with your family, movie night, even, pop some of this popcorn. It makes enough to serve 6. So I pop a bunch on a Sunday, and then I have it all throughout the week to munch on because it's a low carb snack. That's the other thing. So it's a healthier way to choose wisely when it comes to creating healthy snacks, not just for you, but your family as well. So listen, everyone, I want to thank you so much for tuning in for this, my first episode, Cooking with Dr. Nancy and Company, right here at Natural Grocers here in Scottsdale, Arizona, live streaming to you every 4th Wednesday. I'll be back next month with a recipe of homemade hummus and how delicious that can be and nutritious for you as well. And listen, if you guys have any questions or comments, you can DM me and I will be happy to answer any of your questions. And if you happen to be in the area, every 4th Wednesday at 12 Mountain Standard Time, come on down to Natural Grocers in their demo kitchen to watch me and company cook up some culinary recipes that are easy, do it yourself. Thanks so much for coming. And I'll be back next week. Bye for now.